Rolling, let's have, what you're gonna do,
I volunteer.
so just lie on your back, arms overhead. Our lower body roll, what we're gonna do here is basically belly button up. I wanna see paralyzed. I don't wanna see pushing off with the arms, engaging the abs to almost like crunch and roll the body over. Everything here should be turned off and just pretty much paralyzed. So we're gonna reach with this leg. I don't want to see this leg reaching way up and going over here. I want to reach kind of low, and then this leg, what I want you to do is you're just gonna reach hard, not use any upper body. You're just gonna use this right leg to reach with it, reach with it, reach with it, until it's gonna kind of like snap and roll the body over. And you can see the dissociation between the lower body and the upper body. Golf swing, baseball, like all of our basically stability we need, and the dissociation between upper body and lower body. You'll come back doing the exact same thing. The arms are overhead. You're not going to be able to, I don't want to see any push into the ground, but he's just going to use the same leg, and he's going to reach, reach, reach for it, reach, 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 reach. Keep reaching, keep reaching, keep reaching. Until, and then, like, we'll work on making sure you can breathe through it. Like, you shouldn't have to, once again, like Steve demonstrated, you shouldn't have to go, yeah, to raise a leg, or, you know, get into this, to roll and just flop over. It should just be flop, flop.
I like to tell people, like I said earlier in one of these little breakouts, I said every time I tell somebody to move, I want them to move on the exhale. That is so, in corrective exercise, not necessarily like lifting a huge weight, but in corrective exercise, I want movement on the exhale. And with the roll, if you see them getting stuck, it's usually because in that sticking point there, and then you like do this through the roll, and all of a sudden, it's nice and effortless and looks good. So you can, like the inner core function is tied to breathing a lot. So make sure you're exhaling as you're going through the roll.
Let's go through the lower.
Reach on the exhale, okay.
Yep. And try to make sure you're breathing okay in the high threshold strategy with this. Let's have everybody try some lower body, and then we'll get into some upper body rolling.
You want like a little bit of a hand on?
Again, even with this one, those clients and individuals that have the elevated ribs and the neck,
You're in the wrong spot.
this isn't gonna do a whole lot of good at that point. You need that always comes first. Breathe. So we're coaching this week. Reach long with that. Reaching towards this room. So I'm over here, get that leg to me. Reach that right leg to me. There you go. Reach with it, reach with it, reach with it. Breathe.
At this point, I can tell by being in somebody's backside if they're holding their breath during this, just by looking at the roll. Over time, you can just start to see breath holding. By looking at someone's legs, you can see their breath.
Then you have just a little bit of tense, like tense up a little bit through the neck and shoulders. Try to make that relax too. Come to this area, so.
My back.
Yeah. We're gonna do the roll now. Rolling is more of a core timing and just being able to turn on than it is like I'm trying to strengthen. You know, I'm not trying to deadlift 400 pounds with these muscles. I'm just trying to be like, I am quick. That way if I move, they're already firing before my arm moves. My mind knows my arm's getting ready to move. They turn on and my arm moves. So this is definitely a timing thing. One thing I can do is just send a jolt through her body and that automatically turns it on. So sometimes if you see just little hitches in these rolls, I'll kick the leg, the long leg, I'll just pop the heel, and we're gonna go, I'm gonna have you roll to your right. So your left leg is gonna reach up And as you reach this way, if she's getting a hitch, what I can do is I can just come here and start pushing, because now if she starts to lose it, basically that just sends that jolt so you won't lose it. And same thing coming back. Coming back was where she was having some issues. And that took
It's much better.
it out.
Yeah.
You feel the difference?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So let's just see, do another roll on your own. And a lot of the time, sometimes it might only take one of those rolls to do it. Like coming back, she was coming back and she had like a timing hitch. That
Yeah.
one rep. So all it did was like, we retaught that almost in one rep and be like, oh, I got it now. So it's more of like a connection than it is like, I got to strengthen this. So that's one way, and as you notice, boom, just a few of them, and I honestly kind of cleared that pattern pretty fast with her. Another way is, Steve can demo this one, is we can create stability via the band. So the band can go around the foot and shoulder, and now if he loses basically this long post that he's rolling on and rotating through, it's gonna, that band's gonna throw him out.
And when he kicked her foot, he gave that post
I gave her a post.
proprioceptive feedback to fire, and all I'm doing is pre-engaging that post. We call them posts. It's probably like an anatomy train that's being engaged or whatever, but to me it's a stability post that runs an ipsilateral stability post here. So basically, he gave her proprioceptive feedback to kick it on, and I'm pre-engaging it with a band. So you can go either way. If you know someone needs it in a large group, you're gonna have to turn your back to them or walk away, then this is a really great way to do it. And this is pretty safe. So just the same thing.
That band will stay on. If you lost it, boom, that leg you would see it immediately. So sometimes that works really well.
And you intuitively don't want to lose that because you're afraid the band's gonna snap you in the head.
In a personal training world, I like to hold at an angle a little bit. So I like to do this. This helps. This works out really well, and you just roll on top of the band. In the group training world, I'll throw it there. Because if I get out to an angle a little bit, that leg wants to go out to that angle a little bit more, so it just gives me a little bit more core reactivation. Those are two. Another way, you can use Eric's pads, mats, anything like that. So let's just say Steve was having an issue rolling. All I can do is I can get a mat. Now he's just doing a half roll. He's already halfway there. He's not on the ground now. He doesn't have to go quite as much. So you can look at this rolling, like this is prone to supine, left to right, and then you have supine to prone. Like your prone to supine was the issue. I don't think you really had too much on the supine to prone. So I would work on the prone to supine roll and use the corrective strategies until I can clear that up and make it just rolling front. And then the same strategies can be used for our upper body roll. Our upper body roll, we can use the band, we can use the core engagement, we can use this, and then also I can use my hand or something, and I can give.
Here's the easiest one ever.
Yes.
Do it here. I'm gonna do two. Go ahead, my back. Here's the easiest one ever. That's a good one to do with your clients, to get them to feel it and get it. Or like, say he gets to the sticking point, so go ahead and pretend. I'd be like, you know, and I could assist that, or like,
Yeah. And then it would just be.
reach for my hand.
So you can start giving targets. The targets work extremely well. With
Targets
the upper
work really
body.
good on the upper rolls.
The upper rolls, they work amazing because we're starting to drive the neck and the eyes. And that's where we're going to go right now with the upper body rolls. So now it's the exact same thing, except for the lower body is paralyzed instead of the upper body being paralyzed. So let's just show the roll here. You're laid out, the arms are overhead. From here, we're going to have one arm reach up. He's going to give me a little bit of flexion, then he's going to go with his arm and neck. He's going to reach and look, 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 look. Eyes drive the motion. So let the eyes and neck drive the motion. Coming back, he's going to look at his fingertip and he's going to drive his eyes and look back here. So he's going to flex and then he's going to look that direction as he's reaching, hearing his breath. He's breathing through it on the exhale and driving through. So we've got an extension where you're looking at the fingertips and rolling back, and then we have a flexion driving the neck and still getting that rotation. So let's try our upper body rolls. Again, you kind of got some partners by you. If you want to try boom, king, or try some of the bands, because the upper body rolls
Lift your head before you roll.
tend to be a little tougher than the lower body rolls. Reach, 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 reach.
What did you say about that? Feels good on my core stuffs.
What's up?
What did you say about that?
You just said something, yeah. So do sort of do this, maybe like put it up on your head.
Put your nose in your armpit when you start the upper body roll.
Lift your head
Almost
forward.
like a back
Do
extension.
chin side.
Yep, and then look.
Turn the neck and look.
Okay. So the head's already up off the
There you
ground.
go.
Yeah,
Reaching. Better.
So first thing, touch your chin to your chest. Put it down over the elbow. Yep. And then exhale.
And then what I'm going to do, I don't like pain in my feet. They
Relax.
don't use me.
It's definitely not.
So give me those elbows. Now, eyes, neck.
That's why.
Look that way.
This is your exercise.
Better.
Yeah, that was a lot better when I was breathing up.
And
So,
this
this
is
was
more
taking-
eyes
like
on this too.
three
So kind of
seconds.
closing the eyes.
Yep.
I want the eyes to drive the motion. So I'm talking to you back here. I want you to find me. There you go. Find me, Dave. Find me with your eyes. Find me.
Disassociation.
Feel that over.
That's it, that actually seems
Yeah.
to just try not to.
Yeah, so let's try this.
That looks like you got it over easier. Now,
Now you're in.
I'm over here. Reach for me. Over here. Reach, 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 reach. Starting to click a little better.
Before you go. How many of these do you?
No, 3 to 6 each side.
It's just a
Maybe a
little
couple sets,
flexion.
maybe just
And
one.
then as your next
If
one,
it's a weak
then you
swing,
start to
like
roll
4
rotation.
sets of 3 to 4.
So you'll flex,
If it's,
and then eyes good. Reach, reach,
It's just
reach,
a
reach, 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 this way.
stability thing. Maybe
There you go.
one set or 3 each side. I never started a workout without knocking
And
out.
I'm back here. I'm back here. Reach, 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 reach.
I do the
See the other one?
rocking and then the rolling.
Yeah.
You see the great foot jumper, the move that stuff.
As you guys are going through,
That stuff looks interesting, but I really want to. Any reason?
as you guys are going through this too, this isn't necessarily about sets and reps. Reach, 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 reach. This is more about how fluid is it, the sex cover. I would be focusing more on that. So it's like I might be doing 25 rolls to one way, I might do 2 on the other, because the other one I'm just like click, flop, flop. And the other side I'm like